ago. The U.S. forest removed about 9% of the country's total carbon dioxide emissions from air during photosynthesis. Paper was manufactured in the U.S. in 1960s at Rittenhouse Mill near Philadelphia. Rags were the main source of paper making. Fiber. People use the forest for hiking, camping, photography, looking at wildlife, bird watching, and trees planted in our communities help make our streets, schools, and yards more beautiful. For all of you that don't know what logging is, logging or commercial logging involves cutting trees for sale as timber or pulp. Timber is used to build homes and furniture, etc., and pulp is used to make paper products. Some different types of logging include clear cutting, which is a harvest method that takes the entire stand of trees is removed at one time, and regen is either natural or is assisted, which means by planting. Deforestation is the removal of trees without replacing them as they go along. Seed tree cutting is a harvesting method that leaves scattered mature trees on a side to produce seeds for the younger generation of trees. Selective cutting is removal of specific trees and or diseased trees by thinning rows of trees to encourage growth of the remaining trees. The different equipment that is used for logging would include a skidder, a feller buncher, a forwarder, a harvester, a dozer, a chainsaw, a semi for hauling the logs, a delimber, and if specific, like companies are into chipping, that goes for like the paper part. Benefits from logging include we have restrictions on some public timber sales and the timber sales contributed to a 230% increase in wood prices over the last 10 years. Our forests are becoming naturally old, and this has a negative impact on wildfire, and it makes our forests more susceptible to disease and insects. Harvesting our forests provides a proper way to create habitat for wildlife, species that just depend on the younger forests, such as beavers, moose, deer, many birds. It also gives us the wood products that we rely on every day and provides job and economic impact to our state and local economies. The managed forests are more accessible for recreational purposes. Managed forests also allows more light on forest floor for better plant growth, which includes more food for wildlife. Managed forests that has fewer insects and disease problems can help the younger mature trees grow better. And it's also important to manage the trees because you have less chance of having a fire risk. When we provide buffers like selective harvesting, leaving nesting trees, islands of uncut trees, modern logging practices not only help sustain values, but species of wildlife. Deer, bear, grouse thrive on new growth of trees. A Minnesota logger put, when he's out cutting in the trees, they're creating habitat for deer, and it's like they follow them around everywhere. Logging is also important for providing jobs. There's Boise Paper Products is in International Falls, and they provide office products, label release papers. There's also Potlatch here in Bemidji and Cloquet. They do lumber and forestry products. There's also Norbord and Solway, and they do OSB board. There's more than 400 loggers that participated in the Minnesota Loggers Educational Program to ensure our forests are expertly managed. Public timber sales have a significant economic impact on local, regional, and state economies. Past decades, they generated timber sale revenues of $85 million and generated $455 million on economic activity. Also, logging provides just the state of Minnesota 7,950 jobs alone. There are lots of products that are made from trees. You can build a new house. Your chewing gum, which is crazy, but is made from trees. Toothpaste, football helmets, toilet paper, hairspray, eyeglass frames, baking cups, coffee filters, charcoal, hot tub, pull toys. Pretty much anything is made from wood, so nothing goes to waste. In conclusion, I feel that logging is really good for the environment. We're not only providing new plant growth for animals, but we're also providing jobs for people in the state of Minnesota. With the help of managing our forests, we also help control the risk of wildfire. I support logging, and I hope in my presentation it helped change your view too. Thank you.